I've got nothing to say this week. Hi guys, welcome to Behemoth Gaming. Whilst everyone's going on about how awesome Astral Chain apparently is, I want to talk about another new IP that's coming to Switch this year, Daemon X Machina. First revealed at E3 2017, the game sees you take to the skies in an armoured mech called an Arsenal, with the goal of blasting enemies into tiny smithereens. We initially got to go hands-on with the game when they released a brief demo back in February. I wasn't really blown away by what was on offer. The mech felt really slow and clunky to use, it was impossible to see what the hell I was supposed to be shooting at, and the voice acting was a bit ropey in places too. It sorely needed to be quickened up with a proper targeting system implemented. Gyro controls would have been handy too. Fortunately, the aim of the demo was for the devs to take away player feedback, scurry away and work on the game, and incorporate that feedback into the finished product. Thankfully, I got to go hands-on with a new demo at Gamescom, and whilst there have been some improvements, the same fundamental flaws are still present. They've clearly taken some of that feedback on board. Enemies now have a black and orange arrow above them to give you a better chance of seeing them amongst the terrain, and weapons felt a fair bit more satisfying too, especially the melee weapon. Unfortunately, these minor tweaks don't go far enough to address the fundamental flaws that still remain. Even with that arrow, it was still difficult to see and track which enemies I was supposed to be shooting at, mainly because they move so damn fast compared to me. I even jumped in a mech that had been specifically optimised for speed, and I still had no joy. Felt more like I was driving a tractor than a futuristic fighting robot. I still think it's kinda nuts that there's no Z targeting in this game. Ocarina introduced it back in 1998 perfectly, and it worked great in games like Metroid Prime too. Maybe there's an upgrade later on in the game that will allow you to do that, but the initial game is so frustrating I can't see many players persevering in order to get their mech kitted out. Truthfully though, I think one of the biggest flaws is the art style. It's a shame because when you're not in the heat of battle, Daemon X Machina is a very pretty game. But the garish colours become a hazard when you're trying to stay alive, and even the icons they've added above enemies now clash with the landscape. It's undoubtedly a stylish game, but the style part becomes a hindrance to the game part. Honestly, this kind of makes me a little sad because I really want to like this game. The concept is really cool, and I can imagine building up your mech will be incredibly satisfying once you've got it all kitted out. But the fundamentals are just so flawed that I can't see myself sticking with it for any length of time in order to get to that satisfaction. Sorry guys, it's too far down the road to change now, but maybe there's a fan base out there willing to persevere long enough and will buy the game in enough numbers that maybe we'll get a sequel at some point and they can address some of these fundamental flaws. I'm ever the optimist, me. Thanks very much for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not check out some more, and if you like that one too, it would be really great if you could subscribe. Stay tuned to Nintendo Village for loads more videos. We've got reviews and gameplay impressions and all that kind of stuff, and there's all that kind of thing on the website along with podcasts and articles and things too. That's about it for this week. I shall see you again soon.